For those of you who don't know, Brookhaven is really old, and you can tell it was made in 2020, but it has many versions you've never seen before. So today, I want to test with you the oldest versions of Brookhaven. And for that, I'm going to invite my friend, but he's over in that castle, and I don't know what's going on here, but it looks like he's playing basketball in a way no one has ever seen before. And he's trying to make a shot from here, but it's really far, and he's not making it. So I'm coming over here to figure out what's happening. My friend took this house and put a basketball hoop here, and my other friend is trying to make the shot, and I doubt he's going to make it. He threw it here, and the ball fell on the ground. But guys, I want him to help me see all the secret versions of Brookhaven, the oldest ones of all. He said, I'll only help if I make the shot, and apparently he wants me to make it, but I'm sure I'm going to do it. Now he's coming back over here, and I'm going to have to climb up here, because I have to prove to him that I'm really good at this, and I'm going to make the shot in this hoop. And you can see he just got here and is going to hand me the ball, and he better give it to me, because now I want to test the oldest secret versions of Brookhaven, versions you've never seen before. But now he's going to have to help me do that. He said, okay, but only if you make one shot, and then we'll see all of it, and that's going to be really cool. And for those of you who don't know, there are a lot of old versions of this game that had things that were removed. But now, I'm going to have to make this shot, and maybe it's going to be a little hard. I threw it right over there, but the ball landed in the castle. Actually, it landed in the castle sewer, which is really bad. And my friend just saw that, and I'm sure he's disappointed. But over here on the right, I'm going to grab this ladder, and I'll have to come from a different way, and I'll go flying. I'm climbing up like this, because I'm going to make the shot here, and I have to make this work so my friend will help me. Perfect! I'm climbing up here, and I'm going to try to throw the ball right here. And now I'm sure I'm going to make it, but it's just a little bit more to hit it, so I'll have to climb higher, just like this. And now I'm sure I'm going to make it. So I threw it right here, and it's really just a tiny bit off. And again, I threw it in front, and now I'm sure I'm going to make it. But I don't know what's happening, because the ball is getting really close, but I'm not hitting it. So I'm climbing one more time, and perfect! Now there's no way to miss this. And I finally made it, and now I'm sure he's going to help me. But he's seeing what I did, and he can't believe it. And he's so shocked that he just left the game, which means he's going to help me do this, because he's going to join my Roblox game. But I want to see if this other friend of mine also wants to come along. He said, I'm not going, just you two go. Okay, now I'm going to enter one of the oldest versions of Brookhaven, and he went back to his house. But for those of you who don't know, there are a bunch of old versions. But I'm in this Roblox game, and it's the 5th oldest version, and my friend is right here. He said, wow, this game is really old, and it really is old. But everything here used to be really different back then. There wasn't a beach. This beach was added a year ago, but a long time ago there were no beaches. And I'm going to get this car, because I want to see everything in this version. So I'm speeding up here in front. He said, this car is really slow. And my friend is complaining about the car, but this car really is terrible. Now he just left here, and I'm trying to speed up this car, but it's really hard, and now it finally picked up speed. But you can see that everything here was really different, and right in this part there was a really weird road, because for those who don't know, in the current version of the game, this road is totally different. Actually, it looks like this. And if I get to this tunnel, you can tell that there's a huge path here, which is something that doesn't exist in this version. And the tunnel just doesn't exist. Actually, the tunnel does exist, but it's in a different location. He said, where? Look, the tunnel is under us. And if you look down here, you can see that the tunnel is here, going through this location. And now there's only one tunnel, while in the current version, there are 2 tunnels. But guys, I have these secret Roblox commands, and I'm going to type exactly this command, and now my friend is going to go flying. And he disappeared. I don't even know where he ended up, but I'm going to get my car, and now I'm coming over here to pick him up. But it looks like he's already coming back, and I don't think he's happy, since he came straight back into the car. And he said, do it again, and there will be consequences. I'm going to use these commands again. Perfect! I used the command, and again he's gone. He disappeared. But you can see that this is an old house from the game, and everything inside here was really weird. The house buttons were super simple, while in the current version, the buttons look like this. They're more modern than before, because they used to be really basic. But now, I'm going to get my car, but I don't know where my friend is. And apparently he's in this area, and you can see that everything here was really weird. There wasn't the Brookhaven campsite that we have in this area. Nowadays, this location is really beautiful, but in the old Brookhaven, this didn't exist. But my friend came back here after a long time, and he said, I want to see the main changes, but with a good car. And it looks like he wants a better car, especially because this car is really slow. So I'm going to get the fastest car of all. And now I got this car, which for those who don't know, is the fastest car ever. And even my friend is looking here, and he said, it must be bad. But actually, this car is really fast. And he's also coming over here, and I'm going to show him that this car is super fast, especially because he doesn't believe it. But you can see that a lot of things used to be different. This location was totally different, because it had the hotel, the diner, and also the church. While in the current version of the game, it's completely different. There's the modern hotel, the modern diner, the airport, and the church was moved to this location, which is way better than before. And even the mall used to be really weird. And you can see it was very different. There was this party here, and the stores were really strange. Actually, this didn't even look like a mall, because it was really ugly. But now, I'm speeding up over here, and now we're going to test the 4th oldest version of the game. He said, wait, it's older than this one? And yes, the next version I'm going to test is going to be even older. And with every version I test, it's going to be older than the last, which means the next game is going to be super old. But you can can see that this one didn't have a town hall in the game. And I want to speed up this car to show my friend that this car is really fast. So I'm running over here. But now, I'm going to have to go all the way back to make him really mad. So I'm speeding up as much as I can, and I'm flying. And this car really is super fast. And now I'm in this game, and you can see that this one is really different. My friend just showed up here, and he said, this is really Brookhaven? Because it doesn't look like it. And this doesn't look like Brookhaven, but this is the 4th oldest version of the game. And absolutely everything here was very different. This is the police station, and you can see that the inside was really different compared to the current version of the game. And actually there was something really weird up here, which is this thing that looks like a cage to trap bad people inside. And we also have the jail cells, but if I go over to this part, there's a totally secret place that I want to see now. And even my friend is coming back over here, but this Cybertruck that's here is the same one I placed. And actually this didn't exist in old Brookhaven, but my friend is coming in here, and I'm coming in too, because I want to show what's inside here. But you can see that there's a lot of weird stuff in here, and it's the government building, and here we have the judge, and also the mayor's place, and everything here was really weird, and it really is a very strange house that was completely removed. But in the older versions, this house was still here, and even my friend is coming back here to take a better look. But guys, this is really weird, and right in front we have the old school, and even my friend just got here, and now he's looking, and he said, let's check out the school. This school is really old, but it's not the oldest version ever. But you can see that everything here was very simple, and there was nothing special in the school. It didn't even have a basketball court. While in the current version of Brookhaven, everything here is nicer. In that version, there are several courts. You can even get 5 courts, and everything here is really beautiful. But my friend is coming inside, and actually he's running over there because he wants to see everything that's there. But I've already seen this school, and it looks like he can't climb up there because it's blocked. But you can see that this is the Brookhaven church, and everything here was really simple because this is one of the first versions of the game, and there were secrets inside, and also that secret place was simpler and also really strange. But guys, my friend came back right here, and he said, let's check out the houses. And that's a good idea. The houses in this version were completely different because you can see that there's this neighborhood here, and some houses were in this area, which makes no sense. And some houses were in that neighborhood, and here there just wasn't a neighborhood, and this is the place where the houses were. And that really is very strange, but you can tell that this is one of the oldest houses. And this house is really old too, and this house is one of the oldest of all. But now, I'm flying in Roblox because I want to see the other things that changed. And you can see that the party hall looks like this, and this was really different. And actually this party hall is better than the current version of Brookhaven because this one looks like this, while the current version is like that, just bad. And here there are several other stores that were completely removed. There's this restaurant, which I'm sure you've seen before because right now it's in Brookhaven, but in this version there's something really different. I said, come here, you have to see this. And my friend is going to have to follow me in Roblox, but it looks like he wants to drive this car, and I don't know how to drive it, and my friend doesn't know how to get in either. But unfortunately, he couldn't do it, so I'm coming over here to check out the skate park. And this part is really weird, because it's a perfect skate park, but for some reason it was completely removed, even though this is the best skate park. My friend said, this park is better than the current one. And what he said is true. This is the current Brookhaven skate park, and you can see it's really simple compared to this one, because this one had a lot of interesting stuff, and there were a bunch of things you could do. But unfortunately, it was removed for no reason. And also, there were several different stores here. There was the mechanic shop, and if I go right here, there's a secret, which is the evil base, and also the horse stable used to be here, while in the current version of Brookhaven, it's in this exact spot. But guys, my friend is staring at me, and he said, let's go to the next older game. And he just left the game. And for those of you who don't know, the next game is the 3rd oldest version of all, because there are several other versions that are even older. Perfect! I'm in this version of Brookhaven, and you can see that everything here looks very similar, but this is an even older version. He said, nothing changed. Look, a lot of things changed. There weren't even houses up here, and there was also this flying thing that makes no sense. And there was also this huge tunnel, which was really ugly, and this is one of the ugliest tunnels I've ever seen. And there was also this giant mountain, which was really different. There was this bridge that went over the school, and part of the bridge was inside the soccer field, which is really weird. But guys, my friend is running over there, and apparently he wants to see the changes that happened in the city. But he's looking here, and he just realized that the stores were really different. There was this bank that used to be here, and it was really simple. There was also this clothing store that had a 2nd floor, and you can see that it was amazing. There was also the laundromat, which has a secret down here, and it's a secret I'm sure you all know. But it's in this location, while in the current version of the game, this secret is right here. I have to enter this secret place, then go down here, and here we have that secret. But the main change in this version is that this neighborhood was different, and also this mountain was bigger. There was also this bridge here, and the biggest change of all is right in this area, because there didn't even used to be a cave, which makes this version the 3rd oldest version of all. But now, I got to my car, and my friend got here too. He said, run, I want to fly. Guys, I don't know why he said that, but I'm going to fly right here. And there was also this tunnel, which is the weirdest tunnel of all, because it's completely useless. My friend said, the game's owner back then was kind of silly. But now, I'm coming over here in front because I want to fly exactly in this part. So I'm speeding up here, but there's an invisible wall here that won't let me through. So unfortunately, I won't be able to fly this time. But I think I can fly off this mountain. I just have to go as fast as I can, and I'll fly in Roblox. Perfect! I'm running over here, and this mountain was also really weird because there didn't used to be a hole in it. While in the current version of the game, there's this hole in the mountain that's right here. And in the old version of the game that didn't exist, this mountain was completely different. He said it looked like a volcano. And what he said is true. It really did look like a volcano. But guys, I'm going to enter the second oldest game. But my friend is going to fly, and suddenly I flew too. And this is the oldest version of all. And even my friend is looking here. And he said, why is this version older? It's not official. Look, actually this is official because this is the real oldest version of Brookhaven. Because for those who don't know, this really is official. Because if I go to the Brookhaven Mall, right here, I have to go down into the movie theater. And if I come here, we have several codes I can use. And I just have to click this button, and I can enter codes that will play on the TV. And if you go right to this part, we have a code here. And if I type it, it will start playing a movie about the oldest version of Brookhaven. And you can see that this is the oldest version of the game. And it's just like the version I'm in right now. And this is the second oldest version. And you can see there were no buildings. Those tall buildings from the current game don't exist. The only thing here is this horse stable. And you can see that it's in this location. And it was really different. And you can see there was this building that doesn't exist in Brookhaven now. And the only thing in the city is the police department, which is still under construction. And my friend is even coming here to see what happened. And you can see this was really different. But my friend just noticed that the stairs were also the old kind. And even the handcuffs were different. And the jail cells were simpler. And everything here was very simple, since this is the second oldest version of the game. But my friend is coming back here to the front. And I think he just realized there's a different car here, because there's a modern car in the oldest version of the game. He said, how is this car here? This game is from 1903. And for those who don't know, it says this city is from 1903. So it doesn't really make sense for this car to be here. But the car is here because I placed it myself just to see how it looks in this city. But if I start walking around the city, you can see the graveyard was really different. Everything here was really weird. But there was nothing else in the city. And all the roads were dirt roads. And everything was really simple. But now, I'm in the oldest version of the game. And the name of this game isn't even Brookhaven. Actually, this is the name of the game that is the oldest version. Because back here, we have the school, and you can see that this school looks a lot like the Brookhaven school. Because if I go inside, we have this location, and in this game everything here was very similar, because the first version of Brookhaven was made by the creator of Brookhaven. So I bought this motorcycle, which doesn't even work. But we also have the police department, which is just like the Brookhaven police department. And everything here was the same, but the cars were very different, because the cars here were simple. And we also have the hospital here, which is the same hospital we have in the current game, which is really interesting. But if I go up this mountain, there's something really weird over there. First, this tunnel is very similar to the Brookhaven tunnels, but right here there's a secret passage, and I'm going to have to go inside because there's a secret that's literally in the original game. And you can see my friends are following me, but these carpets are the same carpets from the current game, which is really cool. And these carpets are right here now, and they really are exactly the same. Guys, I'm here in Brookhaven, but I live in a city full of trees. You can see there are really a lot of trees here, but there's a problem. Many companies show up here trying to cut down the city's trees because they want to destroy all of this, but I can't let that happen because if there are no trees, basically the whole city will get worse here in Roblox. But guys, there's a problem now. In case you don't know, I'm in front of my house because there's going to be a very important meeting. Actually, a meeting with the president. He's going to say something very important about the city of Brookhaven. You can see that player is also leaving from here because we're waiting for a bus. Guys, there's a bus that's going to show up in Roblox. It picks everyone up. The only thing they have to do is stay in front of their house waiting for the bus to show up. But guys, I believe it's going to pass here in a bit. Perfect. You can see it's coming here. And guys, this bus is very important because we don't have cars here in Brookhaven. Most people don't. So this is really important. Now it came here to pick up my friend, who actually came up here too. Actually, he's right here. But now it's coming to the front to pick up another player. In this case, this one is the last. Guys, he just needs to get on this Roblox bus. And amazingly, he came down here. But guys, now even I want to see what's going to happen because I don't know much about this meeting. I just know that it's going to be very important. He said, I'm sure they're going to want to cut down the trees like they always do. Guys, that's true. In case you don't know, they always try to cut the trees down, but they need authorization from the city. Everyone has to agree to do that. But guys, apparently we have to go right over to this part. So I got right here to hear what the president has to say. Guys, my friend arrived here too, and now all the players came here. But guys, there are even police officers here, because it's simply the president who's here. And guys, he's really important. He said, stay behind the yellow line. Look, all of us are already here waiting to see what he has to say. But guys, he hasn't said anything important so far. He said, all the trees will be cut down. Whoever agrees goes to the right. Guys, I'm not going to the right, because I don't agree with that at all. And you can see the players didn't even move, because they don't agree with it either. There's even a bald player here. But guys, I want to see what he's going to say now, especially since they couldn't convince a single person to switch sides, so maybe their strategy didn't work very well. He said, whoever agrees will receive a lot of money and a job. Guys, I'm sure that's going to make players agree, since a lot of people here need money. Guys, one of them switched sides and now he agrees, so if 2 more people switch sides, basically the trees will be cut down and the city just won't have any more trees. But guys, if this really happens, the city won't have trees anymore. This will be just horrible. I really hope the president doesn't let that happen. I hope he doesn't manage to convince more players to the other side. He said, whoever switches sides now will get a Lamborghini. Guys, I doubt anyone's going to accept that, but my friend switched sides. Guys, this is really weird. Now it's basically tied. 2 people disagree and 2 people agree, so he's going to have to convince one of us to switch sides, which is something that's not going to happen at all. He said, whoever switches sides now will get $1 million. Okay, guys, this is really bad, but no one switched, so this player is really smart, and I'm really smart too, because I didn't accept that even though it's a lot of money. He said, whoever switches now will get a hair transplant and have hair again. Guys, this is really bad, because this player here is bald, so he really wants his hair back, and he just switched sides, so the law was simply approved. You can see the president is laughing here, because he thought this wasn't going to happen, and I also thought this wasn't going to happen, but it happened. All the players are on that side, so the president simply won. He said, the tree cutting will start today. Whoever wants a job, talk to the red player back there. Guys, he's talking about that player who, in case you don't know, is the city's businessman, but he's an evil businessman, which means he really wants to destroy everything here in Roblox, so much so that the players went right over there just to get a job. Guys, I can't believe this is happening in Roblox. It's simply the end of the trees. But guys, the worst part was my friend accepting it. He accepted a Lamborghini in Roblox just to switch sides. He said, sorry, I regret it already. I realized that. Guys, he already regretted it in Roblox. But anyway, I want to go home now. I said, hey, can you take me home? Guys, I really want to go home. I believe the police officer can take me there. But guys, now he has an evil smile. I don't know if I should go with him, but anyway, it looks like he agreed to do it. So guys, I'm going to have to get in this Roblox car, but I'm a little scared of what's going to happen, especially because he doesn't seem like a good guy, but now he's taking me to my house. Guys, this is really good, because in case you don't know, I simply don't have a car in Roblox, so he was really kind to do this. Now he's going up here. He almost flipped his car in Roblox, but now we finally arrived at the house. But guys, actually he drove right past it. This is really weird. I don't know where he's going, but actually he arrived at the prison. Guys, this is really bad. It looks like I'm basically getting arrested in Roblox for no reason here in the game. He said, come here. It's the president's orders. Guys, this is horrible. I don't know how he's okay with doing this. He's okay with arresting me for no reason. But guys, I just raised my hands to avoid problems, and now I'll just have to go inside. But guys, I don't know which cell I'm going to stay in, but there's a really weird cell here in Roblox that has a fence. It's like it has a garden for me. He said, go to cell 2, that one's for you. Guys, he's talking about this exact one. This is the weirdest cell of all, but I don't know how I'm supposed to get inside here. He said, climb the stairs and go in. Guys, he wants me to go up here and then come down right here. That's theoretically pretty easy, but I could very well use this time I have to run away here in Roblox, and then just climb up and escape through this part. If I do that, I'll basically be free. He said, the doors are already locked. If you try to escape, you won't make it. Guys, that's really bad, so unfortunately I'm going to have to obey him, and I'll basically have to go to jail in Roblox. So I'm climbing up here, and guys, I'll have to drop down here. But now he opened this door. Guys, this is really bad, because I'm locked up in the weirdest place of all. Now it looks like he left, and he just left me alone here. And actually he's right up there watching everything here in Roblox. The weirdest thing is that he can see everything because he has access to all the cameras. But now he turned off the light out of nowhere. He turned it off in Roblox, and I don't get why he's doing this, but I'm sure he's doing it to make me really mad. And surprisingly, he's succeeding. Guys, what he's doing doesn't make sense. But now some smoke started coming down. Guys, this is kind of weird. I don't really know why this is happening, but I'm starting to feel sleepy, and since I'm sleepy, I'm just going to take the chance to sleep in Roblox. But guys, I finally woke up. I don't know exactly how much time has passed, but it's just nighttime in Roblox now, and surprisingly, I'm still locked up. But guys, this is the most unfair prison of all. But you can see that a lot has changed in the city. Now everyone who supported this project got this house. My friend just got that Lamborghini, and the other players got it too. Guys, this is really weird, but you can see they're all right here just working in Roblox, because they're destroying those trees, which is really weird. But the president is coming right here, and guys, I believe he's coming to the prison just to laugh at me in Roblox. Guys, but now he's arriving right here, but I'm not going to let him see my friend, because I already know very well that he's not a good person. He's a totally evil person who's really trying to ruin the city, but now he just arrived here, probably to laugh at me. So guys, I showed up here too, because I want to see exactly what he's going to say, but it looks like he's not happy anymore. Actually, his face looks normal, like he's actually mad at me. But guys, now the police officer showed up right here. He said, I arrested him because he hates you. Guys, that's really weird, but the president is looking over here. He said, release him. We don't treat our citizens this way. Look, I'm sure they do, but he pretends they don't treat people like that. But now the police officer ended up like this. He's really scared by the president's decision, but now he's finally going to let me go in Roblox, and now I'm free again. Guys, this is really good. He said, come here, I have a gift for you. Guys, I'm leaving prison. Even I'm a little curious to see what this gift is in Roblox. But guys, I've already realized there's no way to make him stop destroying the trees. So the only thing left for me is to watch everything that's happening. But now it looks like he's turning here and he's just coming to my house. Guys, but he's coming inside. I don't know why he's coming into my garage. But guys, there's a really weird car here. This car doesn't belong to me. It's simply not mine. He said, this is your car now. It's an apology from me. Guys, this is really weird. But I just got this car in Roblox. But this won't change my opinion. I still think destroying the trees in Brookhaven is the biggest mistake of all. Because the city will be completely ruined. And the air will also get really bad. But now the president just left to do his president stuff. Guys, this is really bad. I literally can't do anything to stop them from destroying these trees. But guys, now I'm going back inside. I don't even know if I'm going to use this car in Roblox. But I'm going to take the chance to sleep now. Because this player just got everything he wanted. He wanted to destroy all the trees. And now he just did it. But guys, now I'm going to take advantage and just sleep in Roblox. But guys, now it's starting to get daylight in the game. You can see it's finally morning. So I'm going to get up to do a lot of important things. But guys, I already noticed the police officer just left here. So for sure there's going to be some meeting in the game today, and there's even a bus coming right here just to pick me up in Roblox. Guys, it looks like I'm the only person being picked up, because technically, I'm the only one who doesn't have a car. Since they don't know I have this car, I'm getting on the bus because I want to see what's going to happen in Roblox. Guys, this friend of mine is leaving to get his Lamborghini. He has a really good Lamborghini, but now this player is coming back here. But guys, you can see that all the trees were completely destroyed. There are simply no trees left in the city. But guys, he's coming up front. He came right here because he has something to say. But my friend also came here. And guys, I hope he realizes what he just did, especially because he was the one who voted for this. He was the one who accepted them destroying all the trees in Roblox. He said, attention everyone. The mission was a success. Apparently he's talking to all of them. But guys, I don't know how these players are happy. They're just happy after destroying the game city. But guys, my friend is looking around here. He said, we have to run. This is unfair. I agree with him. But now I want to see everything the player has to say. He said, we have a meeting. Come with me. Guys, this is weird. Today there will be two meetings. One with this Roblox player and another with the president. This is really strange. He left his Lamborghini right there. And now he went inside because we have to see what's going on. But guys, he's arriving up front. I'm a little scared of this, especially because every time there's a meeting with the president, he says something really bizarre. So I'm standing here on the yellow line like they always do. Now the players are also coming here. All of them are arriving right on the yellow line. But now I want to see exactly what he's going to say. He said, starting today, I want only electric cars to be used. Gas cars will be banned. Guys, this is really weird. It's definitely a very different decision from this president. Guys, it looks like several players are angry. All of them got really mad, especially because they have gas cars. So, starting today, they won't be able to use those cars anymore, and they'll have to hand them over to the president. But guys, the police officer just arrived here. He said, everyone who doesn't give up their cars will be arrested. Guys, this is really weird. They're actually forcing everyone to give up their cars and just get electric cars. But I'm only going to get those cars if I receive them for free. He said, let's go home. Come on. Guys, now the players have to go back to their houses. Literally all of them got on the bus. I said, I'll go later on foot because right now I don't want to go back. Now the bus is heading up front. But guys, what the president did just shows that he really shouldn't have removed the city's trees, because if he removed all the trees, this would destroy the city, and that's exactly what's happening. He said, you were right in the end, but I don't care. I only care about my money. Guys, this president is really weird. But guys, now a few years have passed in Brookhaven, and a lot has really changed. You can see the sky is completely orange, and also the trees are very destroyed. Many trees are basically orange. All the trees are dying. There are only a few trees left here in Brookhaven. Soon there will be only one tree, and after that there will be no trees at all in the game, all because of the president. But guys, I'm heading out here, and in case you don't know, all the houses were also destroyed in Roblox. We were forced to get electric cars. Basically, this is the president. He also has that car, and this is that player from before who basically has a cyber truck. But there are a bunch of players protesting in front of his house. But guys, I'm sure he's really sad because he simply destroyed the city. But guys, now I'm coming here to visit my friend who, in case you don't know, lives right here. Guys, I just arrived here. Now he showed up right here. He said, I'm sorry for voting for that. Guys, it's alright because no one could have predicted something like this would happen. But guys, there's a way to make everything go back to normal. But it's going to take a long time. I said, let's plant trees. I'm sure this can be reversed. Guys, I really am sure about that. And it looks like he's happy again. And finally we're going to do it. But guys, the president just left here. It looks like he has something to say in Roblox. He said, planting trees is forbidden. It's in the law. Guys, if what he said is true, this is really weird. But now he's coming right here. I'm starting to think he's actually serious. Guys, he picked up this exact book. He said, it's written here. Planting trees is illegal. Okay, but what do you want to happen to the city? The city is being completely destroyed because of him. Everything is being totally ruined. The trees are dying, and there are only a few left here in the city. All of this because of his decisions. I said, but the city is going to end because of you. And yes, that's true. He said, so what? I'm getting paid to do this. Now, goodbye. Guys, it looks like he's going back to his house. Actually, he got in his car. But guys, something tells me he's leaving the city, especially since he's heading up front here, and he's just going to the airport, which is also totally destroyed. Guys, this is really weird because now that he destroyed the whole city, he just left. He's taking a flight to go to another city like nothing even happened. Guys, I'm moving to the city of Brookhaven because here, for those of you who don't know, there's a pretty interesting house that's for sale. I'm coming here exactly to buy this house, so now I'm going up here like this, and guys, it looks like a pretty interesting house, except for the fact that there are some really weird players here, who apparently are planning to do something really strange. He said, we need a day where crimes are allowed. Guys, that's super weird. I don't know why they want something like that, but these players have these items, which means they're really evil. I don't know how they think they're going to pull this off, especially since there are police in the city, and I won't let this happen. But I'm arriving here exactly to buy this house, because I'm really interested in buying this house. And he said, this house is going for 500,000. Look, unfortunately I don't have that kind of money. Actually, that's way too much to pay for a house like this, which doesn't even have much furniture, but it's in a really interesting location, really a very good location. But I said, it's too expensive. I don't have all that. Guys, I'm telling the truth. I really don't have all that. But he's looking here and he said, I'll give it to you for free. Just sign the paper. Guys, this is really weird. I didn't think I was going to get this house totally for free, but now I took the paper and I'm just signing it because I really want this Roblox house. But guys, I'm going to give this paper to him because I just bought this Roblox house. He said, perfect, enjoy your house next to the crazy neighbors. Guys, I don't know what he's talking about. Maybe he's talking about those players, or maybe that other player who has a castle, which doesn't make sense. I don't know why he has a castle. It would make sense if he wanted to defend himself, but that doesn't make much sense. Now the player came back right there, and guys, I'm going to have to move the car in front so he finally leaves. Apparently this is the former owner of the house, and now he's probably coming back to his house. In that case, I want to see which house is his, because if I have anything to complain about, I'm going to talk to him on Roblox. Apparently he arrived right here. Guys, he lives exactly in this house. But anyway, I'm going to leave my car right here, especially because I really like the house. It's honestly a pretty interesting house. But guys, I'm coming here, but I have to see what these players are doing, because it looks like they're getting into this truck just to talk to the mayor of the city. For those of you who don't know, the mayor lives up here in this giant Roblox house. But now it looks like they're coming here, probably to talk to the mayor. The idea they had is honestly the worst idea of all. Now the player just arrived over there to talk, apparently with the president, but actually he came right here. He said, hello, where's the mayor? Guys, I also don't know who the mayor is. I really have no idea, but the player just stood up here and he said, I'm the mayor. Guys, this is really weird. I didn't think this player was the mayor, especially because he was in this location instead of being in the mayor's office, which is exactly this one. This is really weird, but now I'm heading back here because I want to meet the player who lives in this house, especially because it's huge. So I'm knocking on the door so he can answer me. Guys, he's right here. He has a bunch of classic cars. Actually, this player is my friend. He said, hey, welcome to my house. I buy classic stuff. Look, I noticed that he has a bunch of classic things like this Roblox car, or even this other classic car that's pretty interesting. He has just so many classic things. I said, why do you have such a defensive house? Guys, this is really weird. I don't know why he has a house made for defense, but now he got scared. Guys, I think I shouldn't have said that because I probably made the player angry. He said, it's because there are evil players who want to destroy the city. Guys, I'm only finding this out now. I'm only finding this out after I bought that Roblox house, which I got totally for free. But still, this is my house, meaning I got a free house in a completely problematic neighborhood in Brookhaven. Guys, the players who live in that house are talking to the mayor to get a day where crimes will be allowed. This is really weird. He said, okay, I approve your idea. It will help the city a lot. Guys, I can't believe he accepted that. This is the weirdest thing of all. And you can see that now he has an evil smile because he really managed to do what he wanted. He managed to destroy the city because I'm sure this will ruin everything. But now he's coming back here. And guys, now I understand why I got that house totally for free. It's because the players don't want to live here anymore. All the players are leaving the city. You can see that this player left his house and now he's getting into his car. Guys, something tells me he's moving out of the city. So I need to talk to him before it's too late because I want to know why he's leaving. I want to know everything about this Roblox neighborhood. So I'm going to get in my car and follow him. Guys, I'm going down here, but it looks like the player is also going down here. I have to make him stop in Roblox, but I don't want him to get scared because maybe he's afraid I'm a robber. Maybe he thinks I'm a thief. But guys, I'm stopping him right here, but it's just to ask something really important. Guys, but now he ran off because he thinks I'm here to rob him, and now he just ran off toward the airport. But guys, I have to stop him urgently because I want to talk to him here in Roblox. So, I'm arriving right here. I said, and you, why did you leave the city? I want to know why he's leaving the city at this exact moment, but he's looking here, he said, because there are thieves and the mayor is horrible. Guys, this is really weird. I should have known that before coming into the city and just moving here, but now there's a problem. I'm already in this city, and there's no way I can leave. He said, I recommend you leave the city. They want to do a crime night. So now I know that. I got insider information that it's really going to happen, but now he's getting on the plane, and apparently he's really going to leave. Guys, this is super weird. I didn't think he was actually going to leave on this Brookhaven plane. This just shows the city is really dangerous. But guys, someone just took his car. This is really weird. They literally just stole his car. So I'm going after them because I want to find out why they did that. So I'm running after this player. Apparently he's going up here, but I want to know exactly where he's going. But guys, it looks like he's going to this house because he wants to sell this car. Guys, this is really weird. He said, take it. I just asked you not to destroy my house. Guys, he's asking the players not to destroy his house. That's what's really weird. Even the thief is afraid of these players because they're super evil. After all, they want to destroy the whole city. He said, which house is yours? Guys, even I want to see which house is his, especially because there are a lot of houses houses in the city. We have this player who's sleeping, this player who left the city, but we also have this unknown house, and also this other house with no owner. There are really a lot of unknown houses, but I want to see what the player is going to say. He said, the pink house is mine. Now they know which house is his, which in this case is exactly this house. Guys, it's a pretty interesting house. I really hope everything works out here and that his house doesn't get destroyed. He said, okay, I promise I won't destroy your house. Guys, something tells me he's lying. I'm sure this player is lying, but now this player just left here and he's coming to talk to me. He said, run, they're evil. Okay, guys, I'm going to listen to the player, especially because he asked me to just run, but I don't know where I'm supposed to take him. Guys, it looks like he just left. He said, thank you so much. The pink house isn't even mine. I said that so they would destroy it. Guys, this is really weird. He manipulated all the players to destroy another player's house in Roblox, but now he just left. He's going over there to hide in Roblox. Guys, what he did was really weird. He simply gave up a random player's house so the evil players would destroy it. But now I'm going back to my house because I have very important things to do. The first thing I want to do is simply protect this Roblox house of mine because it's not protected. Actually, this is the safest house of all, while this one is the most secure of all. But guys, it looks like the president is coming up here. He has something to say, but first he's coming here to my house. Guys, this is kind of weird. I don't know why the mayor came to talk to me. He said, I'm both the mayor and the president of this island. Guys, now that makes sense. It's because this island is really small, so he's the mayor and the president at the same time, which is impressive. I don't know how he manages to do all that, but now he got closer because he has a letter. And I want to see what's in this letter he's holding. And he said, tonight there will be no more laws. Attack or defend your house. Guys, this is real. I only have two choices. Either I attack the players' houses, or I simply defend my house. But I think it's already pretty obvious what I'm going to do. I'm just going to defend my house, especially because my house is really important. I said, I'm going to defend, obviously. Guys, he needs to know that. That's exactly what I'm going to do. He said, good luck, because I'm leaving this island of thieves. Guys, I don't know why the island has this reputation of being an island of thieves, but now another player is leaving. He's basically going down here, apparently to go to the Roblox airport and catch a plane. So he's going down right here and just walking up to the front. But guys, this is really weird. I didn't think even the president and mayor of the city would leave after everything he himself did. He's the one who made that law happen, and now he's the one leaving. This player is the weirdest of all because he literally destroyed his own city. Now he came back to the airport and is basically going to fly in Roblox. But guys, there's a problem. There are only a few good people left in the city, like my friend, and maybe this Roblox player who's basically sleeping here. I believe he's a good person, so we could just become friends in Roblox to defend ourselves from these Roblox players who are making plans on how they're going to attack us. So I'm coming over here, and guys, I have to invite my friend to do this. So I'm going in right here, and guys, he's just sitting here. I said, can I stay here to defend myself from the evil players? Seriously, I just want to defend myself in Roblox, especially because they're really weird. But guys, it looks like he agreed, which is something I didn't think would happen. I thought maybe he'd say no, especially because his base is perfect. It has a ton of defense here, but he let me come inside. But guys, another player just showed up here, and his car almost fell into the sewer. But now he's coming inside, and apparently he also wants to join. He said, can I stay too? I want to defend myself from them. Guys, it looks like he also wants to stay, and my friend just accepted. But guys, this player, I don't know if he's good. He seems really weird, but maybe he's a good person. Guys, but my friend, he took this throne. He just took a throne in Roblox. He said, sit by my side. You're part of the kingdom. Guys, this is really good. I'm going to stay right here, and the other player stayed in this spot. But guys, there's a problem. It's starting to get dark, which means those players are going to attack us in Roblox at any moment. I said, let's check the house defenses. Seriously, we need to do this in Roblox. I want to see what's up here to defend ourselves from those evil players. He said, let's go. I'll stay here keeping watch. Guys, but he closed the bridge, which means people can't come here anymore. And now we are going to have to go up there to check the house defenses. Now he's going back here. I'll have to climb up like this. And here we have the upper part of the house. And you can see this is amazing. We have several swords here for defense. But guys, he picked up the super sword, which is just a giant sword. You can see this sword is seriously giant, and it will help us defend in Roblox in case those players invade our house. And I can also climb up here, and I can press this Roblox button that's basically going to add more stuff here. He said, I don't think it's needed. Just grab this item. But guys, he grabbed a bow and arrow, and he just gave it to me, which is going to be super important because I'm really good with this item. But guys, it looks like my friend is climbing up here to just see what's going on in Roblox. He said, I want that too. Okay, I'll give him this item so we can defend ourselves in Roblox. But now he came back here, and apparently he's going to press this secret button, which, for those of you who don't know, brings up a training arena. I can train to see if I'm really good or not. So I'm going to play right here, and you can see I hit the arrow right in this part, meaning I'm really good. But now it's my friend's turn. He's shooting over there, but he shot really badly, meaning he's really bad at it. And now it's this other player's turn. I actually want to see what he's going to hit. But guys, he hit way up here. Apparently he's aiming at a different spot, which is kind of strange. But I can also train with the sword. I'm sure those players are going to lose if they come here. Now my friends, they're up here to defend this Roblox castle. But guys, I also want that item. Perfect, he gave it to me, and now I'm going to stay right here. And guys, it really looks like this is getting serious. But those players are coming here, probably because they want to threaten us. So he's coming right here, and guys, there's a problem. He crashed into that car, and they all just fell to the ground. They literally destroyed the player's car and also their own car. Guys, they are really weird. He said, wait, there's a car in that garage. Let's take it. Guys, I don't know which garage he's talking about, but apparently he's coming to my house. And guys, this is a problem, because he wants to take the car that's in my garage, but he's not going to be able to open it. Except now he's messing with the garage using that Roblox item, which means he managed to do it. Guys, this is really weird. He just took my car, and now the players are coming here, but I'm sure they want revenge. They just want to fight us in Roblox. Now this player left and he said, we have weapons, your bow and arrows are useless. Look at that. What does he think? Guys, I'm going to shoot this Roblox tire. Perfect. I hit it right here, and he didn't even realize what happened. Now he got back in the car, and now he just left, and the car is totally broken. Guys, I'm sure he's super angry because the car is wrecked. I'm really sure he got very mad. But my friend, he's looking at me here. He said, congratulations, you proved that you're really good. Let's defend ourselves like that. Yeah, I see. That's how we're going to defend ourselves. But now I'm going down here, especially because I have a lot to do. I'm going down like this. But guys, I don't know how the players got here before me. They just opened the curtains, which means we'll be able to see everything that's about to happen. But then he closed them again. He said, let them fight. It's impossible for them to get in here. But guys, now it's officially nighttime, which means there are no more laws here in Brookhaven. They can do whatever they want. But guys, this is really bad. I'm watching to see what's going to happen. But guys, they're all coming right here. This is really bad because they all showed up in this spot. But guys, they're all aiming that item right at the door in Roblox, and apparently they started shooting. Guys, they really want to break this. You can see the door is almost breaking, but everything is actually working really well. He said, I told you, this is the safest house of all. So I just realized that I can just sit here and nothing bad is going to happen, because it's impossible for them to win. Even if they try, they're not going to make it. Guys, he's even scared. He said, it's impossible to beat them. Oh my god. But guys, it looks like now finally they're all leaving, which is actually really good. He said, since they're gone, let's sleep. Guys, my friend is coming up front. I'm following him because I want to see where the bedrooms are. Apparently this one is my room, so I'm coming here to sleep. This one is apparently the other player's room, and he's sleeping right here. And my friend is going to the other room to sleep in this bed. So guys, I'm going to take the chance to sleep too. But guys, I just woke up in Brookhaven, and you can see a lot has changed. The city is completely destroyed, and my house is also completely destroyed. You can see there's a lot of smoke inside, and it's also on fire here in Brookhaven. It was probably those players who did this. But guys, the whole city is totally destroyed. Those players made sure to destroy everything. They did all of this by themselves, with no help from anyone else, which is really weird. For those of you who don't know, in Brookhaven, there are several game passes, but some of them are really expensive. And today I'm going to test with you some ways to get game passes for free in Brookhaven that you've never seen before. And for that, I called my friend who's going to help me do this. He said, come on, I want the VIP 2 for free. But guys, that game pass doesn't exist. Only the regular VIP exists, and I don't know what he's talking about. But I'm going to get my car and drive. So I'm coming up here in front. And he said, be careful, someone wants to shoot you. But what he said is kind of weird, because I was just coming here to test myths. He said, look at that house, the first one. So I'm arriving at the first house. There are a lot of lights here, and there are two players who apparently are really angry. He said, I want revenge on the player with purple hair. And that's really weird. He wants revenge on Roblox for a reason I don't know. And now he's coming up here in front. But there's a problem, because they just noticed that I'm here. So I have to get out of here fast before they catch me in Roblox. And I'm getting out of here, but they're coming really fast, and they're going to crash into my car. But guys, the two of them got out, and they're aiming this item at me. He said, get out of the car now. Look, unfortunately I can't, because today I want to test several ways to get game passes for free. So I'm getting out from the back, and they're trying to hit me, but I doubt they'll succeed. Actually, they hit the car, and all the tires came off, and now my car is totally destroyed. But I'm trying to get out, and I can't. It's impossible. Now there's a problem, because they're coming, and I'm going to start speeding nonstop until I escape from here. So I'm coming this way, but that player is also coming, but he doesn't know where I am. Actually, he just realized I'm here, and I'm going to have to run out of here, and my friend is running too. He said, let's go to the island. It's the only safe place. And he turned right here, so I'm following, and we're heading to the island, because it's the only safe place, and those players can't come here. Actually, they just bugged my car. I don't know how they did that, but my car is totally glitched, all because of them. And now it went back to normal. And I really don't know how they did that, but my car is falling, and it just disappeared. And guys, I noticed they're underwater, which means we basically escaped. But I'm arriving at the island to test several ways to get game passes for free. Perfect! I finally got here, and my friend is in this part. And he said, how do you get game passes? There are many ways, because the game has a lot of game passes, but there are several ways to get these game passes completely for free. So for that, I'm going to carry my friend. Now he's here, and I'm going to have to teleport in the game. Now we're safe from those players, because they were chasing us. He said, what if they're waiting for us to come back? Look, I'm pretty sure they're not. Now I'm going to test how to get the super speed game pass. First, I'll have to get a car on the right. A totally random car. Perfect! I got this car, which is totally free. And I'm coming right to this part. And here on the right, I'm going to get a ladder. Exactly this one. And now that I got the ladder, I'm going to place it right behind the car. And now I'm going to have to accelerate back here with everything. Perfect! I'm accelerating. And And he said, even I know this bug, but this is a way to get a game pass for free. I'm going to remove the ladder as soon as my car gets really fast, and I have super speed. But my car is totally bugged. My friend said, you have to lower the drift in the settings. Guys, I'm going to try that. Up here, I'll set the drift to 0. Perfect. Now the drift is really low. And now my car is starting to drift in a really weird way. But I'm going to have to do the same bug again, because this time, I'm sure it's going to work. So I'm going to place the ladder right here, and I'll leave my car in this part, and I'll have to accelerate with everything until the tire starts getting really fast. Perfect. It's really fast. And if I remove this ladder, you can see that I'm going fast. And I'm at the maximum speed of the game. I'm even flying here in Brookhaven. And this is the best way to get super speed. But I crashed my car, which wasn't very good. He said, get a pickup truck. That works way better. So here on the right, I'm going to get a pickup truck, exactly this one, and my friend will have to come here. And I'm going to set the drift to 0 and start accelerating back here with everything. And you can see the car is really fast. And it's actually getting really fast in the game. And now I removed the ladder, and I'm super fast, but not too much. And this is the only way to get the speed game pass for free. He said, and the premium, I want premium because I don't have it. And guys, I'm sure my friend has that game pass because I gave him Robux to buy it, and he has this house with his name on it, and this house is totally paid. You need premium. So I'm going to teach him how to get that game pass. First, my friend will have to come here, and actually he got here in the back, in a really random spot. But now I'm coming up front, and I'll have to get a very specific house in the game. But before that, I noticed there are these 2 houses, and these houses are perfect for doing a bug. And you can see my friend is sleeping here, while his barbecue is on fire. And my friend is really weird, because his grill is literally on fire, but he's still sleeping. But now I'm getting up here in front, and I'll have to jump over his house in Roblox. But suddenly I jumped on top of the police car, and he's looking back here, not understanding what just happened. But he just went back to doing his job, and I didn't understand what his job is. But now I'm getting up here in front, and I'll have to go flying in Roblox to get on top of this house. Perfect, I made it, but it didn't go very well, and his car almost fell in the water. And guys, he just got up, not understanding what's going on. He said, do it again, I want to see too. And apparently he wants to see that happening. He wants to see me landing on top of his house in Roblox. But I also want to test ways to get game passes for free. But before that, I'm going to do this bug, because he asked me to. But I think there's a problem, because the police officer is coming right here, and maybe he just realized what's going on, but he's aiming this item, and he said, stop, I need to check if you're good or not. But I'm getting out of here, especially because I don't want to get arrested in Brookhaven. And now I'm getting to this part, and it worked. I landed up here, but actually I fell outside the place I wanted to go. But the police officer is coming here to try to arrest me in Roblox, and he couldn't do it either. Actually, his car flipped over here, and he's lying on the ground. But guys, I'm going to test with you a way to get premium for free in Brookhaven. He said, do the bug first, please. And he really wants me to do this bug. So I'm coming up here in front, and this is going to be my last try. So for that, I'm going to raise the suspension so my car gets really tall. And now I'm sure this is going to work. So I'm getting right here, and now it finally worked. But there's a problem. My car is almost falling, and if I turn my car, it's going to fall. So I'm going to press the G key so I can fly, and I actually fell out of the map. But guys, the police officer noticed that, and now he came right here, and he's aiming this item at me. But actually, he's hitting it, and he really hit it. But I don't know why he did that. He just broke my car for no reason, and now he ran off. He flew off in his car, because he knows I'm going to want revenge for what he did. And later I'm going to get revenge, but I already know exactly where he is. And he's right in that spot, and he left his car exactly here, and he's in this area guarding the border. But for those of you who don't know, getting the premium game pass in Brookhaven is really easy. First I have to come up here in front, but my friend already got here because he teleported, and now he's just laughing at me because I took too long to get here while he just teleported. But for those who don't know, here on the right, we have this house that is completely paid, but my friend got it, and if you don't have the premium game pass, you can't get this house because it's fully paid. But there's a way to get this house completely free, and I'm sure you didn't know that. I'll have to get this house on the right, and this house really looks a lot like the other house, but if I go right to this part, we have these totally secret buttons, and if I go down here, we have a house that looks a lot like that other house. So I'm going to press this button, and now I just got a paid house in the game for free. He said, wow, you actually got it. And you can see that I have this house that is just like the paid house. But the only difference here inside is that this house doesn't have furniture, while the other house has a lot of furniture. But it's really easy to fix that. Just come inside, and here on the right, I'll grab this item and start placing the furniture around the house. I'm going to place a TV just like the real house. And the real house has 2 sofas and a TV right here, while my house is going to be a little different because I want to change that. He said, place more TVs. Let's make a cool living room. And he wants me to place more TVs, so I'm going to place infinite TVs in Roblox. Perfect! I placed several TVs, and I'm turning them all on to see how it's going to look. But this is really weird, because these 2 TVs ended up the same, and these 2 also ended up the same, but these ones were different, so I'm going to turn this one off and turn it back on just to see what happens. But nothing really happened, so I'm going to turn both off and turn them on at the same time. And now you can see that we have the same TV channel, and I'm going to turn this one off and do the same thing again, because I only want bunnies on the TV. And my friend is dancing here in front, front, but I'm changing this TV channel, and now there are only bunnies on the TVs. And this is the best living room ever. Now my friend sat down here, and this is the best TV channel of all. But guys, there's a problem. Those players are coming here because they found out where I am, and they're coming to my house. And that's a big problem, because as soon as they get here, this is going to be my end. And both of them are aiming, but actually they're looking at what's playing on the TV and not understanding anything, so much that they both put the item away. And he said, "Why did you place so many TVs?" Look, I placed a lot of TVs because it's my favorite TV channel, but both of them are just watching here. And he said, "You're crazy, let's run away." And he's saying I'm crazy, and they want to run away from me, and I don't know why they're so scared, but now they left, and both of them are basically running, and that's really weird. But that player came back over there and just took the other player's car and is running with it. He literally stole my friend's car and is going up front to pick up his friend, and they just got that car, and I'm sure he's really mad because he just left his house, but now he's coming up here in front, and I didn't understand why he's coming here, because his car went in another direction, and actually those players are coming here, and my friend is also arriving, and apparently that's how he's going to get his car back. He said, "I locked the car," and guys, he simply locked the car and managed to get it back, and he crashed into the police car, but the police officer looked and just went back to his job. But now, this friend of mine is coming up here, and I didn't understand what he's doing, but he's really angry. But for those of you who don't know, there are other ways to get these Brookhaven game passes, and to get the premium game pass, there's another way to get it. And for those who don't know, here on the right, we have this car, which used to be a premium car in Brookhaven. But nowadays it's completely free. But many people still think this car is paid, because it used to be. He said, it used to be paid until they released the new Lamborghini. And that's true. But now I'm coming up here in front, and I'm going to crash into this car. And I'm dragging it here, and now the police officer is watching this. I don't think he's very happy. And he's coming after us because he's really mad. But if I grab this blue car on the right, it also looks like a premium car because it's a really nice car. But up here, for those of you who don't know, we have these options that only people with premium have. But I have a way to get this completely free. Here on the right, I'm going to search for this name, and I'll use this second hair. And now my hair is on fire, and this way it looks like I have the premium game pass, because if I don't have this hair and I get in the car and activate this button on top of the fire, my car shoots out flames. But if you don't have that game pass, just use this item on the right, and now it looks like you really have the game pass. But my friend just left, and I didn't understand why he left. Actually, he picked that hair, and that's really good, because now both of us have fire coming out of our hair, and it looks like this car is actually paid. But there's also another way to do this, and I can take this fire on the right and simply place it on the car, and that way it will also look like I have the game pass. But that way is a little worse, but it still looks pretty cool while I'm driving. But if my car stays still, you can tell it's fake. And my friend said, let's test other ways. And there really are other ways to get game passes. And for those of you who don't know, here on the right we have this car, which is a fully paid car, and you need a game pass that costs 800 Robux. But there's a way to get this car completely free, and this car belongs to that game pass. But if I go to the car, its original version looks like this, with this roof on top. But here on the right, you can see we have this car that looks like this. The only difference between the two is that the other car is bigger, and you can see it has more space, while the free version is really small. But there are actually just a few differences, and it definitely looks like you have the game pass. But my friend said, this one has the carts too, and that's true. For those who don't know, the game has carts, but as you can see on the right, those are completely paid, and you can't get them for free. There's also this other cart that is paid too, but surprisingly, there is one cart that is completely free, which is exactly this one, and you can see the three are very similar. But the only difference is that one of them has a spoiler, and the most expensive version has more details. It has these things in the front, and it also looks better. But if I take this car, choose a spoiler on the right and place it right here, it's going to look like this car is actually paid, when it's not. This car is totally free. But I placed this spoiler on the back to make it look like it's paid. But my friend said, there's a way to get all the game passes for free, literally all of them. And guys, even I want to see what he's talking about. He said, follow me, and he just left the game. So I'm going to follow him, and now I'm in this game, and I don't know what's going on. But you can see that this is the Brookhaven map, but it looks a little different. He said, the game passes are free here, and I'm looking here on the right, and you can see that there are lots of cars, and you can get them for free. That car, for those who don't know, is a fully paid car, and it's even locked. But here on the right, there are secret cars, like this one, which is a car that was removed from Brookhaven. But my friend just got here, and he said, it looks like a Ferrari, but different. And it really does look like a Ferrari. But I can also get houses in this area, so I'm going to pick a house here. And here on the right, you can see that all the houses are available. But now I'm going up here in front because I want to see if this game is the same as the original Brookhaven. And you can see that there are lots of players here who are subscribers of the channel, and all these cars are paid, but they are getting them for free. But here on the right, there are several cars, including secret cars. So I'm looking up here in front because I want to see what else this map has. And you can see that the players are following me. But this Lamborghini looks a little different, and also the map is a bit different because you can see there's a road here that doesn't exist in the original Brookhaven, because in the original Brookhaven it looks like this, while in this game there's a road that's really interesting. But now I want to do a very important race, and I'm arriving right here, and I'll have to choose the best car on the right. Perfect! I picked this this Lamborghini, which is actually really cool. Perfect. The race started, and you can see that I'm winning because this car of mine is really fast. So I'm getting up here in front, and I passed this part of Roblox, and now I finally reached the end without many problems. But my car is driving by itself, and I don't know how that happened, but my car is moving on its own, and suddenly it turned into a ghost. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the become a member button, and I'll add you here on Roblox.